goody.
Thanks, Buck.
It wasn't me.
All right, I blamed you.
Does anyone on our panel have a last comment to the audience before we take a couple of their questions?
Do what?
A last comment to the audience.
You want to make a comment?
Anybody last comment to the
No,
audience?
I've said enough.
Yeah, I think so.
Anything you want to say?
Yes. About going up into Birch's Garden, we went up on ducks. And they're frightening.
What are they? What are ducks?
They come out of the ocean, Bill. Oh. But anyhow, all right? We were up on these ducks, sitting up on the ducks, and we were going through certain German villages. I think Malarkey would remember this, that handsome fella down the end. But a fella come running out of this house in the Bad Reichenhall, and he said, "Is there a medic in your convoy?" And he was a GI, and somebody said, "I guess there's one somewhere here." And what happened? We thought one of our boys got hit. He said, "No, the Burgermeister of the village killed his wife and his 3 children. They're laying on a couch inside the parlor." So that stayed with me, you know, the Aryan race. But as we further went up, we got on the Autobahn, and they'll verify this. We didn't fire a shot. There was a SS trooper dead here. 10 feet away, another dead SS trooper. Another one, 2 or 3. But as you get closer to the left-hand side of the Autobahn, you got into the wooded area on the outside, you saw this French soldier. He had the SS troopers. They were kneeling down in single file, and he just went along with the pistol in back of their heads and was killing them, which they justly deserved. But that's what stays in my mind, and those fellas should remember that. But going into Birch's Garden, it was awful. All you could drink and all, you know. Some of them guys carried on. I had to stop some of them. Yeah. No, you couldn't mess with the broads. Well, besides, I wouldn't anyhow. I'm a Catholic, so I don't,
How about questions? We can take just a couple questions from the audience because we're pretty short on time here. Does anybody have any questions for our panel? Microphone's over there.
Did any of you guys get a chance to work with Lieutenant Spears?
Could you repeat? Did any of you get the chance to work with Lieutenant Spears? Did anybody get the chance to work with Lieutenant Spears? Anybody a chance to work with Lieutenant Spears?
On D-Day. On D-Day, yes, he made the attack on that 4th gun. He went after them and he knocked them out. That was Spears. That's what I know about Spears. That wasn't what the other attack with him. He was don't smoke a cigarette with Spears, that's all.
Yeah, he was a company commander, E Company at the end of the war.
Earl said he was a company commander of E Company at the end of the war. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why was Winter so respected by you guys?
What did he say?
Why was Winter so respected? Why was Winter so respected by you guys?
Well, you seen, he's a great leader, I can answer that. If you've seen the
He was
series,
respected because he was...
I called Dick one of the Quaker. I was wrong, he's a Mennonite. Well, I didn't mean no disrespect for the man. We got rid of Strobel, number 1. We got me and he went down on D-Day, 2. 3 strikes are out, and then comes winter. That's why I call him a Quaker, because if you're from the state of Pennsylvania, the Quakers and the Mennonite, their religion forbids them to fight. So that's the reason why I done it, not out of disrespect. He was a fine officer, Dick, one of the best I ever served under.
Good man.
Good man.
Great guy.
Don, did you have something?
Well, he was a guy that you admired for his personal habits more than anything. He was unlike Buck. He didn't drink. He didn't smoke. I don't think he cussed. And there's some question that whether he went out with girls or not. So all of those things Buck did. And so I think Winter's personal habits reflected on the feeling of the men toward him, really. His best friend was a severe alcoholic, Nixon. How do you figure that out? Nixon, Winters went to work for Nixon and Nixon Nitrate Company in New Jersey as personnel manager. And the elder Nixon, the father, who was a worse alcoholic than Lou Nixon, comes in the office one day after Dick had worked there for some years and had some hallucination that he was trying to steal his company, so he pulled a gun on him. That's the last day that he was with Nixon Nitration Company. He then joined Hershey, but anyway, he had great personal things that the people respected him for it.
What kind of effects did the war have on your religious views, if it did have any?
Okay, the question is, what kind of effects did the war have on your religious views? What kind of effects did the war have on your religious views? That's the last question.
Good bang, Bonnie. How about you?
That's a hard one.
Thanks, Bill. I thought you were a Presbyterian. Did we go to the same church? No, I had no, really, you are what you are and what you raise, if you do right. Everybody believes in heaven, no matter what faith you are, I guess. But everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. So what do you do about that? It would take our time. No, I don't think it has any bearing at all on, you've killed Catholics, you've killed other faiths, and they killed us, so what would religion have to do with it? It has no bearing whatsoever. Unless you're a Quaker, of course, like Bill said, they don't want to fight, they don't want to go to war, so that's their belief. You can't shoot them, or can you?